Alright, we're going to try this again because I was so close I got cut off. Pissed me off to no end. Alright, welcome to episode 249 of Psykos Platters, always powered by coffee in the Batman mug. Yes, in the Batman mug indeed. So, this is part 3 of the 45s. Since then I discovered a bunch more 45s. So, eventually there'll be another, 2 to 3 parter coming up on that too. Not sure when, but that'll be down the line. So let's get started with this. Most of these I ended up finding at an antique mall for 50 cents to $1 a 45. Not too shabby, I think. And most of them, at least in VG shape, maybe VG plus for most of them. Alright, right off the bat, one of the best 50s R&B labels, Duke. Yeah, Duke. I love Duke. So, off of June 1958, Fenton and the Castle Rockers, The Freeze. Yeah, 45 Cat states that on this sessions, Larry Davis, who would end up co-writing the blues standard Texas Flood, plays bass. David Dean plays tenor sax. He'll be on the flip side as the main one on that one. And then James Booker is the piano player. He was in jazz mode. He also worked with Fats Domino, Smiley Lewis, and Lloyd Bryce. So kind of cool about this. Shortly before this was released, Albert Collins, Mr. Iceman himself, cut this on Kangaroo Records. Great stuff here. And Double Freeze, which is the flip side of this, is also cool too. It's kind of B.B. King-like as well. Next, some old school Atlantic. Chuck Willis, yeah, Mr. Turban himself with Betty and Dupree. This came out in late December 57, early January 58. I can't seem to peg it down really well. Let's see, according to DaveStrixon.com, it is a nice stroll-like song, seriously. In fact, it was a very interesting old, early 58 dance show clip that I saw a bunch of these white teenagers dancing to this thing, and they looked all so uncomfortable. They really were, like they didn't know how to dance. I'm not a good dancer either, let's face it. So, number 33 on the Billboard charts, number 15 on Billboard R&B. This is the second to the last release before Chuck's untimely death, April 10, 1958, in Chicago due to peritonitis. March 31st of 58 was his final public appearance on American Bandstand doing this very exact song. I like it. Chuck Willis has got a really nice voice. So next up here, white label promo on Imperial from late 64, OJ's, Oh How You Hurt Me. Originally, the OJ's were known as the Triumphs and then the Mascots. And then, of course, when they started in Canton, Ohio in 1958. Also on the other side, though, Girl Machine. It's a really nice soul tune to it. I'm not entirely sure who originally did it, but also in 1964, Donnie Brooks, formerly of the hit Mission Bell, cut a version on Reprise as a single, so I don't know. But OJ's are still going strong with 3 original members, go figure, but I love this white label promo. Both of those were awesome. Next up, this one I thought was very cool. I got this mainly for the label alone. I said, this has got to be good. I get kind of weird like this, just such for the hell of it. Rhea G with the Zeke Strong Band, Leave Me Alone, from March of 65. This actually is pulled on Discogs for about $40, which is kind of cool in this condition. Some have termed Leave Me Alone as Northern Soul, and the elements are there, though. Started in the mid-50s he did on Modern and Aladdin, but I personally have heard a handful of his smaller label stuff from the 60s and early 70s, from Celeste, Soul Town, Jewel. Some of it is in the northern/popcorn soul kind of vein, so I think it's pretty cool. He stopped around 1972 making records, but he died in 1989. Ray G on Celeste. Also, this I thought was kind of strange, but a very cool white label promo on DCP Records of Bobby Hart doing a Buddy Holly cover of That'll Be the Day, and Bobby Bland on the flip side cover of Turn On Your Love Light. This came out in September of 64. DCP stands for Don Costa Productions, who produced both of these sides. He ended up staying with that label until 1966 through the end of the year. Tommy Boyce may or may not be on some of these DCP sides. I haven't been able to research that too much, but and then of course by late 66, early 67, Boyce and Hart became an item, not only for writing for the Monkees, but of course doing their own solo career through about 1971, 72. That's it for the research, but I still have 3 more I want to show you. Finally found this. I'm not only, as everybody know, I'm a Monkees fan, but I'm also a solo Monkees fan, so I'm always trying to find the solo stuff too. A lot of it is not that easy to get. So this, I'm telling you that the first time in 40 years that I have come across on Bell, Rainy Jane from Davy Jones. This is, of course, off of the Bell album from 1971, Davy Jones. You've got this one, and Welcome My Love is the flip. I like Rainy Jane. He ended up, it didn't really chart here, but in England I know he ended up doing a very cool TV appearance on the Roger Whittaker show, of all things, in 71 to perform this tune. You should go look it on YouTube. It's kind of strange. A lot of women with umbrellas too. But very happy to have this. I only found this for 99 cents in the antique mall. And then this one, I want to just show you this. I ended up getting this quite some time ago on eBay for dirt cheap too. I want to say like $5. His Bell career, of course, didn't last too long. He ended up jumping to MGM in 72. So did Mickey. Mickey was there in the same time too. But this is a nice white label promo of a 1973 song, Rubberine, from Davy Jones, written by Alan O'Day. Yeah, Mr. Undercover Angel, 4 years before, wrote a song about in love with a blow-up doll. Yeah, this is a song about a blow-up doll, and Davy's singing it. I'm going, oh boy. But what I thought was funny was the way this song is constructed. It almost sounds like it should be in one of those Christmas Rankin Bass TV specials. You remember those from the 60s? I'm serious. Go listen to this on YouTube and you'll be going, I kind of get what the idiot Psykos saying here on this. But Rubberine from mid-73 on MGM. Now, here's the goodie. Here's the goodie. This is what made everything worthwhile. I told you I got most of these at an antique mall, the same antique mall. A lot of these were in a wicker basket. I almost missed the wicker basket. And I'm going to also tell you there was a bunch more Northern Soul 45s. Unfortunately, 3 or 4 of them were not, they were too destroyed. I was so pissed. I just was. And then I grabbed this. I know you can't see it very well, so forgive me because of the glare of the protector. This is from 1965, late 65 on Tack Full Records. The label is out of California, but they're from New York, ladies and gentlemen. The New Yorkers don't want to be your fool. The A side and the B side on this sucker, this is the first 45 from the New Yorkers on Tack Full. They released one more 45 in late 65, early 66. And then they didn't do anything. They pretty much, in essence, died. So, 2 things about this 45. NFL great Rosie Greer sings backup on both sides of this. He was a member of the New Yorkers. Rosie Greer was. I always liked Rosie Greer. I remember seeing him on TV in the 70s. I think he even sang a song once, I remember, on some TV show. So that's how I kind of knew he was a singer, but I didn't know that he sang back in 65. When Rosie ended up being famous, at least through the NFL, they did take the Fool side here and re-release it on a different label in 1970 with a different B-side for that matter. But that didn't chart either. That was the end of the New Yorkers. Now, saying that, I went to look up on information on this particular 45, and ladies and gentlemen, this is another Northern Soul twofer. It is. Not only is this a Northern Soul for twofer, say that 5 times fast. In the condition that this is in, ladies and gentlemen, This is worth about $450. $450 for this awesome Northern Soul 45 that I only paid 99 cents for it. That's right. Whoever says that you can't find interesting yet cool musical treasures dirt cheap out in the wild, they're full of crapola. Because this is awesome. This could be, at the moment, my 45 find of the year. I was wondering if I was going to get one. And this just kind of proved it. Unless some other magical stuff shows up in the next couple weeks, this did it. Along with these other small Northern Souls. I love Northern Soul. I'm sorry, I know I'm going long-winded on this. But I just could not believe I found this. And it's on YouTube. So go listen to this. Don't want to be your fool. And the flip side is you should have told me. Very good stuff. They should have went places, honestly, but they didn't. That is it for this particular episode. Unfortunately, no new subs. I lost a couple again. I don't know. Next up, episode 250. Yeah, 250 episodes Mighty Psykos gotten to. We're going to talk in episode 250. I'm going to try to film it today here, right after this, but if not, it'll be the next day, because I may have an internet outage coming real soon. So, like and sub, please. 600 contest, maybe. You know, if I get to 600, I'll do a contest. It's just, this is ridiculous. I can't get to 600. And I've tried, kids. I've tried. Alright, guys. I love you all. You have a good one. Take care and rock on.